Your Excellency Carlos Villanova, the President of the Democratic Republic of Sao Tome and Principe, Your Excellency Professor J. Nana Pukwajimana, Vice President, Honorable Ministers, leaders of industry and finance, colleagues and partners. As we draw the curtains on this Africa Summit, Trade Summit 2026, let us not merely reflect, we must ignite. Over these two transformative days, we are plunged into the heart of Africa's industrial odyssey, financing the fire of progress, forging unbreakable infrastructure, harnessing energy standard, weaving seamless trade connectivity, elevating value chains, and uniting markets into an unassailable fortress. Ladies and gentlemen, voices from political titans, development finance warriors, private sector pioneers, and technical visionaries have converged, illuminating not just the vast horizon of opportunity before us, but the ironclad imperatives to seize it. One thunderous truth echoes across every sector, every vantage. Africa's industrialization is no longer a whisper of intent or a dream deferred. It is a battle cry for coordination, execution, and an unyielding institutional resolve. In mining's death, agriculture's fertile fields, pharmaceuticals' life-saving labs, manufacturing royal engines, and infrastructure vital veins, the same unbreakable chain binds us. Industrial ascent demands energy that surges without falter, aligned with industrial strongholds and logistics lifelines. Infrastructure must be the sword of production and trade, not a mere pathway. Borders must be bridges of boldness, not barriers of bureaucracy. Finance must fuel bankable visions, rooted in demand and governed by granite predictability. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not solitary sparks. They indeed blaze only when fused into a single scorching inferno. Dare we let fragmentation dim our destiny? This summit has forged a seismic shift from scattered silos of symphony of systems to symphony of systems, from hollow proclamations to hammer strike implementation, from vague visions to laser-edged priorities. This is not retreat from ambition. It is an ambition armored, charging forward with purpose. And let us be clear, ladies and gentlemen, industrialization surges not through frantic frenzy, but through fierce focus. Pinpoint those corridors, sectors, and value chains where synergy ignites, where united action yields triumphs in timelines that transform lives. Scatter our strength, and we scatter our future. Concentrate it, and we conquer continents. Our finance forums have unveiled a vital verdict. Capital circles Africa like a hawk, but they perches only on peaks of preparation. Investors and allies seek summits of structure, projects polished to perfection, risks widely wielded, regulations as steadfast as stars, institutions radiating credibility. This demands an unbreakable alliance. Governments as guardians, financiers as fuel, private sector as the forge. Ladies and gentlemen, who amongst us will rise to wield this bond? In this crucible, the African Trade Chamber emerges as the anvil of the action, not as a shadow to supplant, not an echo to duplicate, but a bridge builder across chasms. Linking policies peaks to industries plants, national nerve to regional rural, ambitions altitude to execution earth. Our mission, ladies and gentlemen, spark alignment that endures, dialogues that delivers, momentum that marches beyond these walls. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, the true measure, as we were told, of this summit lies not in echoes of eloquence here, but in the earthquakes of action ahead of us. Will partnership proclaimed mature into movements? Will priority corridors pause with progress? Will coordination carve canyons of change, even in increments? Will the fire in this room fuel factories on the ground? Ladies and gentlemen, the global gale howls. Supply chain shatter and reform. Industrial policies rise like phoenixes. Investment wars rage. Africa, ladies and gentlemen, we must seize this moment. We must seize this storm. We must respond with coherence that commands reliability, that rivets. Systems that serve producers, traders, investors with unerring eloquence and excellence. In the face of President Trump's tariffs tempest, China's colossal chess, and climate cataclysm, we must be selfish guardians of our fate, as I said yesterday. We must implement after us our unbreakable shield, turning inward to unleash our inner empire. We must wake up, Africa. The new world demands defiance, not deference. In closing, if this summit has sharpened our swords and seared our souls, let it propel us to discipline that dazzles, coordination that conquers, focus that forges empires. Industrialization is no sprint. It is an epic saga, advanced by relentless resolve, not fleeting flair. The charge is yours. Carry this clarion into conquest, fueled by realism's rigor, partnerships' power, shared sovereignty. Let us build confidence brick by brick, transformation triumph by triumph. Africa, you are not emerging. As I said yesterday, you are erupting. Let us rise as the unbreakable block, the middle power that moves mountains, the continent that claims its crown. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask for a resounding round of applause for the chairman of the advisory board of the African Trade Chamber, Sir Sam Jonah.